Hello, my name is Robbie,
And I'm Jenny.
and today God's really been talking to us about perseverance, about trusting and having faith when you don't know. And God brought me this morning to Habakkuk 3:17 through 19, and it says, even though, just to paraphrase it, says, even though the flocks fail, even though the crops fail, even though the cattle fail, so everything you trust in, everything that you know to be sure, everything that you can see that brings you security, if all that stuff crumbles and falls away, he says, but yet I choose to rejoice in God. I choose to sing victoriously in his name. I choose to follow God in his will, because he's the one that gives me strength. He's the one that gives me courage. He's the one that keeps me strong and steady on high places when you're going through things, when you don't know about your footing, when you don't know what the next step is going to bring. Yet I choose to trust in God.
So we've been being very vulnerable in the last couple months. All of our belongings are in storage. We are staying up in Burnsville, North Carolina, looking for our home. And so we have to hold out hope for what our next more permanent spot looks like. And in the meantime, we're making awesome friends
Yeah.
and getting to go on hikes and waterfalls. And God's really encouraging us, but that perseverance is a big word, and just it's one thing to go without your material belongings and to have things that the world would say, are to have. But then there's marriage and there's relationship and there's two people trying to juggle or punt and go with the flow, going out not knowing, and communication. And we just are being vulnerable here and just sharing that there are really awesome high times and there are struggles, there are misunderstandings. Um, and the word hope really jumps out at me in this scripture, in this verse, that the hope, it's a blessed word, it's a life word, that I can hope that where God started, he will be sure to finish. And I can hope in the afterside of disagreements and just personal failure. So we're kind of just unpacking this word, being vulnerable, persevering, and not getting caught up in what we do or don't have and how we feel or don't feel, but really anchoring in who God is and what he started and the hope that he gives us in his presence every single day.
And usually Jenny does the challenge, but I'm going to challenge y'all. I'm going to challenge you, husbands, to work each day. And not even work, but pray each day. Jenny told me today that she takes time to pray for what God needs to say to me. So I ask husbands for you to pray for your wives in that way. To pray today, what does God have to say to my wife? What would God want me to say and do for the people around me? It starts at home, and persevering at home, and being faithful at home, and doing those things that nobody sees. And that's where your strength comes from, is your faith in God. When he is so good to you and to your marriage and to your people that he's put you around, the closest ones to you. So that's your biggest ministry. That's your greatest sermon. We love you.
We love you. God bless you.